A new immersive exhibit called Ashes and Echoes is turning those survivor stories into powerful visuals of art focused on resilience and restoration. The four-day exhibition just wrapped up at the Pasadena Convention Center. It featured 15-foot portraits of survivors, recovered objects from the fire, and a symbolic installation called The House That Hope Built. Joining us this morning, curator and photographer Hrag Yedalian and CEO of LA Fire Justice, former Pasadena mayor and assembly member Chris Holden. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Beautiful work. Let's start with you, Hrag. Why did you decide that the stories you were hearing from survivors needed to have this immersive type of an experience?
You know, it's very, very important for us to center the stories of the survivors, right? To talk about lived experience, to talk about, allow them to kind of tell their stories. Hrag Yedalian, who was the project director, had done a number of interviews with survivors, and so that's also part of the exhibition. And then we also added portraits. Portraits that, as you can see, they were huge. They're 15 feet or 7 foot tall. You're literally standing in front of the survivors themselves. They become, in a way, monuments to survival, to witnessing, as well as, you know, it was very also important to speak about the future, speak about hope. And that was kind of the idea of this house, kind of deconstructed, reconstructed, rebuilt, kind of reimagined house that artist Kerem Sarkisian put together. Also had a board on there that people could interact with it, write their dreams, their hopes for Altadena. And so it was looking back, commemorating through the stories, through lived experience, but also looking to the future about hope, rebuilding the dreams that Altadena to revive, to be back on their feet.
It must be amazing just to stand in the middle of those towering panels and then being immersed in all of that. And the feelings of kind of the pain, but at the same time hope for the future. And Chris, you're with LA Fire, the advocacy, justice, the advocacy group. So how does this dovetail into what you do, and this has got to be cathartic for the people there who are really suffering?
It absolutely is, and has been, and continues to be. We're a consortium of lawyers, and we're representing a lot of the folks who were impacted by this fire in the Altadena area, because it should not have happened in the first place, and it disrupted a community. But it also, Ashes and Echoes, created an opportunity for that pain to be channeled. And I think when you look at the expression on the faces of those who lost so much, and 19 people lost family members, it is a testament, and it's where really you have survivors speaking to survivors. When you see the video presentations, and many who are survivors came out for the 4 days to have an opportunity to see and relive. And it wasn't a demonstration of a reenactment of the fires and the devastation that was left after the fire. It was really to show hope and that we're moving forward together as a community.
And Hrag, the recovered objects, you know, you had things like utensils, urns, lanterns. Why was it important to include some of those things? Those weren't lost. Those were just, you could say, scarred.
They were scarred. Those were really actually the thing that kind of brought everything together, you know, because those objects, actually, they're like kind of silent witnesses. They actually felt the actual fire. They were scarred, melted by the actual fire that happened. So having actual objects there, to me, there was this very important tactile dimension that came to the exhibition. Besides the photos and the sort of conceptual house, you could actually feel the fire that was kind of also through those objects.
So here we are, it's just over a year now since the fires. Where does it stand right now for the victims, for the survivors?
Many of them are still dealing with the challenges that they were dealing with after the fire, whether it's with the insurance companies that are still not responding to them in the way that they should, so there's challenge and pain from that. The utility company that basically burned down the community, they're still trying to figure out how to move forward and how to address their life and address that particular aspect of it. How the community was still dealing with, if they wanted to rebuild, soil that's contaminated, what do you do under those circumstances, even alerts that didn't go out in the way that they should. So there's just been an overlaying of a failed system that many of them are trying to pull themselves out of. And I just got to say that when I look into their faces, I see resiliency. I see this dogged determination that they're going to rebuild a community that they once had, and I'm just inspired. And this exhibit underscores the inspiration that you have when you walk through and you see that steely determination in the faces of those who lost so much, but yet you can see them seeing the future and seeing it bright.
Speaking of, Ashes and Echoes may have wrapped up, but the future continues, the work continues, and if you would like more information on LA Fire Justice and resources for Eaton Fire survivors, you can head to our website, or you can actually go to their website, lafirejustice.com/ashes and echoes. You can check out the work online. It's still online. Chris and Ara, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you so much.